Right, today MK Sportscars we're going to be showing you how to change on the Sierra rear caliper from the 4-coil spring to the 3-coil spring. Now normally you have to fit these on the Sierra rear calipers if you're running a 13-inch wheel. Main reason is this spring here will interfere with the inner part of the wheel. So we then manufacture a new spring, shorter one, which is actually 1 coil less, that then fits in place and gives you the clearance on the 13-inch wheel. Now, first thing, you need a couple of tools to do the job and identify the product first. So you've got your right caliper and left. They are actually initialed on here with an R and an L, and then make sure you've got the corresponding spring for that one. So line them first up. You've got the right hand spring, which is labelled in the packet here, and the left-handed spring, which is this one here, which corresponds. Then you also need, what I suggest, is a pair of mole grips, this to leave the springs in and out, and a 10mm spanner. And for safety reasons, probably a pair of gloves, and then unfortunately you need something to clamp the caliper in place, a vise or something that's very, very sturdy to clamp that particular caliper in place. So what we'll do is we'll get the caliper clamped in place and show you part one. Right, now once you've secured your caliper in place here, we've got it clamped in the vise in nice and straight. Make sure that you ain't damaging any seals or the piston in any way, shape or form, and it's nice and secure and clamped into your vise. Then suggest you take your 10mm spanner and just on this little nut here, just give it a couple of little bits to loosen it up, just to give us a little free play on it, like so. And then we're going to take our mole grips here and we're going to get into removing it first by clamping onto this part of it, and then you literally twist and push down and then it will pop out, like so. So twist and pop down, it'll pop out, and then out comes the spring, nice and easy. Of course, the obvious thing is reverse for fitting it. So now we'll take our original one and we'll fit that. So now we've got our 3-coil, we're going to drop that over the bolt there for you. We're going to take our mole grips, we're going to clamp this part of the spring here. And now unfortunately, the only way to do this is a bit of brute force. And then the spring fits. Unfortunately it is brute force and it may require a nice strong holding position on this particular one. It's twist and pulling at the same time towards yourself and it pops into it. Okay, we're going to move on to the left one now, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to clamp the mole grips into place on the cable spring here, and then we're going to twist and pull that out like so. Now the new spring, the coil well is slightly thicker because it's only 3 coils and we've gone up slightly different. So when you go into here, sometimes this does just need a little pull with your mole grips to pop that into the recess of the bolt. And then we'll do the same again. We'll look at repeating clamping this into that hole. Right, so guys, I know it's hard to explain to you, but yeah, basically once this is clamped on, if you was to remove it again, you want to pull down and then twist your mole grips at the same time, and it's the same to reverse it to fit it back in. 2 calipers fitted with the new 3-coil springs, 4-coil springs. These are fine if you're running a 15-inch wheel, but if you want to run a 13-inch, you do need the lower spring. As you can see, the difference in height is about, well, it's 1 coil, so it's about 5 or 6 mil. It just gives you the clearance. That's it guys, that's a how-to guide for MK Sportscars. We'll catch you on the next video.